Hey, welcome. It's raining again in Bustleton. I don't know where you are, but it's great weather for ducks at the moment, and being spring and after having such a wet winter, we're all a little bit over it, to tell you the truth. And yeah, looking forward to some sunshine. So let me know where you are. Let's practice in the chat. So you'll see at the bottom there's a little chat or a Q&A. Let's have a practice. Let me know where you are. I can see a few people are on our call, and I know there's quite a few people booked into this webinar. I just freaked myself out by looking at how many people are booked into it, and then we'll get the recording. So hopefully I'll be able to give you lots of really great advice. Oh, fantastic. We've got some great people here in the chat. Frio, hi Kat, how are you? Excellent. And Jasmine, beautiful from down at Dunsborough. Hopefully you're getting a little bit of sunshine down there. Oh, yeah, but possibly exactly the same here. Sunny Brisbane. Oh, I'm so jealous. I know we're going to get the sunshine soon, but yeah, hopefully we will. Hopefully we will. And surfers are such a gorgeous, fantastic place to live. Welcome, Pamela. Good to see you here. Right, cool. Okay, so what we might do is jump on. We've got one more. We've just got a couple of minutes of just having a look and see. Good to be here. Good to have you too, Pamela. So today I'm going to be talking about how to find, all your social media and how to really make it work for you. So I am a digital marketing specialist for digital solutions. And like I said, I'm based in, I was about to say sunny Bustleton, but it's definitely not rainy Bustleton at the moment in Western Australia. So it's so great that we can all be here and help each other out all over Australia. It's really, really fantastic program. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to jump into a Canva presentation for you. I'll get back to the questions. So if you do just pop in questions, please pop it in as you go along, and we'll get to them at the end, and I'll answer as many as I possibly can in the time that we have. Otherwise, if I can't answer them, you can always email me, victoria@businessstation.com.au, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. I will stop the presentation during it to check in with you, to check in to see if you're here. I want to get some feedback from you as well, and I want you to try to clarify your business in your mind so it's really easy then for you to market, and you'll understand what I mean along the way with that. Just going to share my screen. Oh, go back. I already went through this morning to make sure that it was all still relevant for you. As you know, social media changes very, very regularly. The 9 steps to social media success. I encourage you to screenshot as many pages as you possibly can. Or you can watch the recording and pause and stop it, or you can take notes. So we're going to go through 9 steps, and we're going to do this quite quickly today. We've only got a short amount of time together. But like I said, you can get in contact with me if you need to at another time to clarify anything that we go through together. So we need to really understand, who are you? What is your business? So confused customers, they just don't buy. And then who are your customers? We'll go through all of these, and even if you have done a customer avatar before, and I know we've probably already done hundreds of them, it's always a good idea to revisit and clarify that in your mind. And where are they? There's no point in being in 100 million places if your customers aren't there. I specialize in Facebook and Instagram, and a person came to me just yesterday and I told him not to be on Facebook and Instagram. He really needed to be on LinkedIn. So just, yeah, let's have a deep dive into where your customers actually are. And then we need to set up there properly. So make it easy for your customers to buy from you. How to find your content. Where do you find it all? How do you keep creating content all the time? How do you make that content and scheduling that content? I'm all about making your business easy. So let's schedule that content so that you can push it out, it can run in the background, and then you can have a life and get on with your business. And how to repurpose content. We don't need to reinvent the wheel over and over. Analyzing the content and seeing what's working. There's no point in creating content if it's not resonating with your customers. So, and then rinsing and repeating. Okay, so let's keep it simple. Let's not confuse ourselves. Let's not confuse our customers. Let's really break it down so it's easy and accessible for you to do on a daily basis. So who am I? Who am I to tell you about any of this kind of stuff? I have been teaching small business owners how to use the power of social media for quite some time now. I'm in the trenches with you though. I'm not just a person that preaches. I have owned shops, bricks and mortar shops, e-commerce shops, dropshipping shops, private label shops, and I do own multiple shop businesses still. So I'm working in this position and in my spare time on weekends and things, growing my other businesses as well. So I'm in there with you. I'm not just here preaching. I'm also the author of 3 stress management books. And I'm one of the facilitators of the Encore program, which is a free post-surgery exercise and wellness program in Bustleton and in Bunbury. I'm a certified Shopify and Facebook partner. I've also got my Bachelor of Teaching certificate for a small business, and I'm a certified e-commerce specialist. But most of all, I'm a mum to 2 teenagers. Okay, so let's get stuck in. Who are you? What is your business? It might seem really obvious when I ask you that, but when you actually have to explain it to me in a page worth, or if you keep going and going and going and going, you're going to confuse your customers. We need to have our elevator pitch. We need to make it very simple, very elegant, very graceful. What is your business and who are you? Well, it might sound really silly, but it's really important to think about who you're going to present yourself as online. So thinking about your business and thinking about, what do you represent? Do you represent an outdoor brand? I saw that there's a person with sup boards in here. Do you represent a high-end vegan luxury brand? And you don't really want to be seen at your mate's barbecue munching on a lamb chop. So thinking about your presence online and who you want to be. Thinking very carefully about your product or your service. Are you a product or you're a service? So you might say you're both, or you might say, oh, I'm so many of these things, but thinking about the main one that brings you in the most profit for you. And that's what we're going to stick with. I'm going to jump out of this because somebody raised their hand. I just want to see if everybody is okay in the chat. Okay, fabulous. So we've got a question here. Questions for the end. Are we able to work personally? Yeah, we'll jump to that. Now, there was a person that raised their hand. I got a message. So let's jump into the Q&A. Oh, it says no answer, no questions. Okay. All right. Not quite sure what happened there. My apologies for jumping in and out. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so like I said, thinking very carefully, are you a product or a service? And it might actually be both, but what is bringing you in the most amount of profit? And that is what we're going to focus on. That's what we're going to stick with. So it might not be what you absolutely and utterly love doing, and you can keep that as a hobby. We all need to have a hobby. We all need to enjoy things every now and then. But what's really going to bring you in the most amount of profit? and something that you can stick with. You don't want to be doing something that you hate, because you're going to be spending a lot of time there. So, but with the things that you actually love, we need to think, is it actually going to bring you in a profit? Because if it's not bringing in your profit, you're not going to be able to continue doing it. So if thinking about that is a little bit difficult, thinking about, is it a profit, or is it a product, or is it a service? So you might want to think about, is it a niche? Now I'm going to jump out of here, and I'm going to ask you in a few moments to put into the chat profit or service. And then I'm going to ask you to have just a tiny, tiny little thing about what niche it's in. This is to clarify it in your mind. Okay, you don't have to participate if you don't want to. I'm just giving you a heads up, and this is what I'm going to ask you to do. So thinking about your niche, what niche is it in? Is it in health and wellness? Is it in the clothing or fashion, weight loss, marketing, tech, gaming, construction? Really thinking, narrowing it down. What niche are you in? And then you can even narrow those niches down even more. So health and wellness, are you keto? Are you massage? Are you Bowen? Are you yoga? Clothing and fashion, are you over 50s? Are you teen trending makeup? Are you shoes? When we think, oh, we're in clothing and fashion, there's so much that we can niche down into, and then it's so much easier to market. It really, really is. Please stick with me for this. Now, construction, are you working with tradies? But which tradies are you working with? There's so many different types. So really narrowing that down, getting very specific about who you are, and it just makes it then really easy for people to remember you and to recommend you to other people. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to ask you, are you a product or you're a service? What niche are you in? Let's have a look at the chat. Okay, so Pamela is in the health and wellness. This chat's going too fast for me. Pamela's in the health and wellness, more personal development, service. So she's a service-based product. Fabulous. Service-based product. She's a service-based business. Okay, let's have a look. Jasmine's in the health and wellness services. Perfect. Love that. Okay, Kat's product. Excellent. I assist user is service, business, small business. Fabulous. Thanks so much for playing along. It's really good for me to actually also then clarify how I can help you in your business as we go along with this with this webinar as well. Beautiful product, coffee and food. I saw that you owned a coffee shop, I think it is. Excellent. Great. Thank you very much for that. We're going to jump back in. Okay, this is something you might need to screenshot. I'll move my thing out of the way for you. So having a really good look at this, this little grid that is here for you. When you're online, it's important to stay consistent with the branding of the voice that you use, so that when people come back to you, when they see you online, they know what they're getting. They know that they can start building that trust in you. So having a really good look at this grid, and like I said, I encourage you to screenshot it. You might have seen it before. So this is a brand archetype grid. So thinking about even the different colors that go along with these brandings. So are you a sage? Are you into meditation, that type of thing, yoga? You might be a sage. Are you into lover? Do you sell products for self-care, for intimacy, that type of thing? Are you into caregiver? Do you have a service that is caregiving with people? Are you into ruler? Do you really want to be seen as the expert in your field, that you can really lead with that direction with people? A creator. So having a good look at that type of thing, and thinking also, like I said, about the different colors, because we can build those colors into our branding as well. Okay, the next one. Who's our customers? We don't sell to everyone. Now, as we go through this, a good way to actually think about it is to reverse engineer it. Who don't you sell to? Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming when we say, okay, who's our customers? And we need to narrow it down, and I'll let you know how to do that. But sometimes it's easier to say who I don't sell to. There's lots and lots of people that are not interested in our products and services. We don't need to try and get their business. We just need to try and get the business of the people who are really wanting our services and our products. And there are lots of those people out there as well. Okay, screenshot this if you haven't done one already. And I know you're probably sick of doing customer avatars, but again, it's a really, really good place to come back to just to clarify things in your mind. And as your business evolves, you may notice that your customer actually changes as your business changes. So like I said before, product or service, what have you got? What websites do they go to? What social media do they go to? Now we need to find out all of that kind of stuff so that when we're creating content, we're sharing from those websites that they love, and it just builds even more trust in our customer. Thinking about the name, the age, the gender, are they married, do they have kids, which location are they at? That location is very important if you have a location-based business. What income do they have? Are they low income? That means you're offering low cost services. Are they high income? You can offer high cost services at that stage. So when I put that income in to start with, I thought, oh, that's a little bit crass, isn't it? But then I thought, no, it's actually not, because we really need to focus and laser in on those people, that target market. Are they full-time or part-time work? That will then let you know when to schedule your social media, when to actually schedule it. If they're full-time work, you might want to schedule it at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 9 o'clock at night. If they're part-time work, if they're shift workers, if they're night workers, do you see what I mean? Like getting very, very, very clear on this so that you can schedule when they're on, you can schedule your posts for when they're online. What celebrity crushes do they have? What guilty pleasures do they have? What worries them? I'm going to give you a little example of this for a skincare company that I own. So we own, my business partner and I, Aussie Skin. It's not launched yet, so there's no point in trying to find it. We're in the process of doing that. But I had a look at my customer avatar, and it's a skincare company that is specifically for people with sensitive skin, and we're only selling in the US. So that gave us a really good clarity about this. And I looked up the people, the female age from 40 to 60, and the most popular name was Jenny. So I just said, okay, let's have Jenny. And now every time I market, I have Jenny in my mind. I'm speaking to Jenny whenever I'm marketing something. I'm saying to myself, will Jenny find this interesting? Will Jenny benefit from this? And so Jenny's 40 to 60, she's a female. She's got teenagers or older. Now, because it's a skincare company, we're talking in the US around the sunny places. Okay, she's full-time work because it's a high-end product. And so we need people to be able to afford that product. Websites, I'm selling on Amazon, so I need to make sure that she's on Amazon. Online, I need to know that she buys online already. She's very comfortable buying online already. So I need to know that she's comfortable buying online clothing. Perhaps she's a Netflix person. Social media, TikTok's very, very big in America. So I'm building my audience there even before I launch. And I've just got a lot more than 2,000 at the moment. So building that warm audience before we get there. But I only know to do that because I've already done this customer avatar. And then looking at the blogs, they like to keep up with the latest things. What do they love? What do they hate? Some of the celebrity crushes, what are they guilty pleasures? I can do some wine memes. I can tell them when the next episode of Friends is coming out. So just it builds up that trust in you. Okay, and then what worries them? Okay, now where are they? Like I said before, I spoke to a person just yesterday about this, and I said, do not go on social media, but you do go on LinkedIn, because that's where your customers are at. Don't waste your precious time going to a place where your customers are not. Now, there's a lot of information in these next couple of slides, so I encourage you to screenshot and just to really have a think about the customer avatar that we just talked about and where they're going to be. So obviously Facebook, not obviously, but Facebook is, you know, one of the biggest social media platforms that we can be on, but perhaps your customers aren't there. Perhaps you're a business to business, a B2B, and your customers might be on LinkedIn. So just really think about that. Are they on Facebook? I'm not going to go through or, you know, read through every single one of these things, because it will take up too much of our precious time together. But like I said, just screenshot this and have a look through. So Instagram, so largest age group 25 to 34. Have a think about the gender. That's quite even there. That's not too bad. Have a look at Twitter. So thinking about males, you know, if your target market is males, maybe Twitter is a better place for you. Largest age group 30 to 49. LinkedIn, so business to business, very similar in the gender, age group, a little bit older than Facebook, and a business to business. Pinterest, and I actually believe this is a bit of an untapped territory, and I've been doing a lot of research on this, and I'm thinking I might put together a how-to on Pinterest, because it's a really, really great way of advertising your business. And recently I've had a client that just got quite a lot of business through Pinterest, and it absolutely was not their target market. So that intrigued me quite a lot. Okay, so Pinterest has been around for quite some time. If your target market is predominantly female, it's a really great idea to be on Pinterest. And Pinterest loves you to advertise your products for free. And it does have a paid advertising as well, but I think Pinterest might be a little bit of a fun one to have a play with soon. TikTok. Okay, it does say largest age group there, 18 to 24. I have done my own research on this, and there is 30% of people that are over 40 on there. So I'm comfortable being on there for my skincare company. But again, it's all about doing that research and seeing what's happening. And no, I don't dance. Snapchat might be another one. I haven't looked into this. My kids are on it all the time. But it might be a platform that you'd like to look into. Screenshot that if you want to. Very much for younger users. YouTube, another, I think personally, very untapped place that business owners haven't really made the most out of. YouTube. People are on YouTube a lot. So just screenshot that if you want to. Okay, now setting up to be there properly. So you've decided on which platform you're going to be on. Set it up properly so that it's so easy for your customers to buy from you. And that's on you to really take the back end of it and to set that up properly so that it's a smooth journey for your customer. Okay, I have done a whole entire webinar on this. If you need to get that, it's on YouTube, I believe, but I will be doing it again and working with you on this. So thinking about your Facebook business page, so setting that up properly, popping your logo or your photo, if you're a service, inside the circle, making sure that the cover photo is set up beautifully, and most of the information is in the middle third, so it shows up beautifully on a mobile view. This call to action button, if you say message me, please check your messages. If you change this to WhatsApp, please let me know that you know how to use WhatsApp. If you've popped a shop now, please tell me that you have set up your Facebook commerce shop and you have products in there that people can shop from. So this call to action button is really important. I see it all the time, and people, they either don't set it up or they set it up to a place that they don't even go to. And it really is a great place to use. You can use it as a booking system. You can use it as a food ordering system. There's lots of ways to set that up very, very well. Making sure that you've got your website set up in there, you've got your description set up in there, you've got links in the description of your websites for people to go to. You can even set up your messaging system so it's an automated messaging system. And this is all for free on Facebook. So set up that automating system so that if you can't get to it straight away, you can let your customers know that you will get to them as soon as possible. Having a look at your Instagram page. So your Instagram business page, so it's obviously not your personal page, we're talking about business. So your business page, your branding and your logo is the same as Facebook. It's exactly in the circle, and it's the same as your website, building that trust across all the different platforms that you have. So setting up your shop, making sure that it's the shop template there, call to action buttons. I love, and I always teach people to make their bio, their last line, a visual call to action, so it points to their website. Do you see how this person's, and I haven't actually asked their permission, but I think they've done very, very well. Setting up their visual call to action, they've got their website here, and they've got the pointing finger to go down. We've got highlights along here. So highlights are, I think you should think of highlights as the tabs of your website. So having the tabs of your website along here, you might like to have Q&A, frequently asked questions about me, might have your blog. And then when you create stories, you can put them into the highlight and they stay there. If you don't know, stories only last for 24 hours, but if you put them into these highlights, then they stay there. And then having a range of shopping posts, videos, reels, IGTV, which is actually just stopped, and stories. Do you see how things change so quickly? Finding content. Where on earth do you find your content? So let's make our customers really, really like what you say, so they want to come back and see what else you have for them. I've done a whole entire workshop on this, and it's one of my most popular workshops. I do it live, I do it in online workshops and webinars like this as well. So that's available for you, and there's lots and lots and lots of information on where to find your content for social media. But we'll just go through a few, if it lets me go to the next slide. Oh, there it is. Oh, now it's going to go twice. My apologies. Okay, so using websites, using other people's websites, having a look around and seeing what your target market is looking at, and then just getting inspiration from them. So having a really good look around, open your eyes, have a look around on Pinterest, type in your search into the search bar on Pinterest, your niche, see what comes up. What are people loving? What are people loving on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Reddit, Twitter, Snapchat, podcast, Audible? There's so many places that you can go to see what other people are really, really enjoying. These three down here are fabulous places to go to as well. I'll quickly go to them. Hopefully we won't run out of too much time. So Answer the Public, you can get a few free questions until you need to pay. So don't do too many of these. Really think about your niche. So if you're, and it always has someone weird in the background, so I apologize for that. So discover what people are asking about. This searches your niche and it gives you everything that people are Googling for and what are they actually questioning on the internet. So if we come up and we think about yoga and we search, I'm going to scroll down. Now It has all of the questions that people are searching for. So even if you just go here for your social media content, you can answer this question. Will yoga make me stronger? Will yoga tone my body? Can yoga help arthritis? Can you see how you can make that into a social media post to allow people to realize that you're the expert in the field? They're going to want to keep coming back because we know that these questions are being asked online. We know that these are the things that they want to know. So answer them for your people. That's an easy way to do that. Okay. Google Trends is another great one. HubSpot blog content generator. Let me open that up and show you. Okay, so I don't have any affiliate with any of these things. I'm just showing you different places to go. So blog ideas generator. This is HubSpot again. This is the free resource. Oh, give me blog ideas. Yes, do it. Okay, so when we don't have to create a blog out of these, it's just an idea. This is just to give you inspiration. Okay, expectations versus reality. Why not answer that? Will yoga ever rule the world? That'd be fabulous. The next best thing in yoga. So if your clientele are interested in yoga, here is some really great headline ideas. You can turn it into a blog, you can turn it into a video, you can turn it into an article, you can turn it into just a normal social media post. And then if you want to, all you need to do is give in your email address. It's free. Unlock 250 more blog ideas. So again, they don't need to be a blog. They can be. They're fabulous for your SEO and your website, but really easy place to find content and ideas, inspiration. How do you make your content? So really easy way. Again, I've got another workshop on Canva to elaborate, to expand on this, but we can also use other people's content. We can repurpose other people's content. So if we dive into Canva, if you haven't already, Canva is free, so I would suggest signing up. You can also get the paid version as well. I always just create an Instagram post. Instagram, is square. It goes across Facebook and Instagram, easy peasy. So if you're starting to create a content, let's have a look at Answer the Public. Can yoga help my arthritis? Let's go back into here. Let's search the templates for, did I spell that right? Arthritis. Okay, there we go. Yoga benefits. Wow, fantastic. You've just got one straight away. You can use that. Pop your branding on it, change the colors, pop your website on it, pop your logo on it, and you've got a fabulous post for your social media. So easy. Okay, let's go back. Reposting other people's things. When we're having a look at other people's things, we don't want to steal. We need to do things ethically. Firstly, we need to be ethical, but secondly, it is actually illegal a lot of the time to steal other people's content. It could be copyrighted, so just really think about it. Use it for inspiration. So I encourage you to screenshot this as well. One way that we can do that on Instagram is using the Repost app. It's a different app that we can use, and it's really easy to use that to repost from Instagram. On some Instagram apps, we can tap the professional dashboard and we can see how other businesses connect, and we can use that to get inspired. We can message people, we can tag them and share their post. So sometimes you might be able to just tag them and sometimes people are really comfortable with you sharing the post. It is very easy to do that as a duet feature on TikTok. And I've just noticed recently, I think Instagram is starting to bring that feature in as well. I have to do a little bit more research on that. I think it's quite new. So sharing videos straight from Facebook, that's a really, really good way. Facebook and Instagram really don't like you sending their customers away. So if you can share videos inside Facebook, that's a really, really easy way of creating content that you know has already been useful to your customers inside Facebook. Sharing from other platforms. So maybe you'll have a look at Pinterest and then you can screenshot it. You can acknowledge the source that it comes from, but always saying where it's coming from. And you can share that on other places as well. You can screenshot tweets and share. You can look at your own content and have a look at your analytics, see what's done well and share it again. Guaranteed that people either have forgotten what it is or they want to see it again or they haven't seen it before. So don't think that every single person sees every piece of content that comes out. Often quite only a few people do. So it's absolutely okay to reshare that content, especially if you've had a look at your analytics and you know that content works really well. You can also have a branded hashtag and you can ask the customers to tag you and use the content if appropriate. So that's called user-generated content, and that's actually the best content that you can get because it's social proof that people are using your business. Scheduling your content. So I always encourage business owners to batch their content creation time. You're in the zone, you're thinking about it, you've saved all the little bits of pieces, you've saved all the things that you want throughout the week. You've said, okay, that's a really good idea. I don't have time to come back to it now, but I've saved it. And then you sit down at your creation time, you create your stuff, you schedule it out, you go away, and it works for you in the background. So pro tips, schedule your post. You can use, this can be done through Facebook Business Suite, Publishing Tools or Creator Studio, right within Facebook. That can be scheduled to Instagram as well. So we don't need paid third-party schedulers. They do make your life a little bit easier if you want to schedule to other platforms as well. So if you're only scheduling to Facebook and Instagram, you can schedule it within the Facebook app itself, in Business Suite, Publishing Tools or Creator Studio. If you want to use other apps, I personally use Later. I really enjoy using Later. It allows me to schedule to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and TikTok at the same time, which is where my people are. And I can really see the grid and my calendar very, very well in that. Again, I'm no affiliate with Later, it's just my personal experience. And there's quite a few other scheduling apps that you can use. Create a batch of content and either schedule it out or put it into drafts so that you can push it out at any other time. Repurposing your content. We don't need to reinvent the wheel every time. So these are different ways that you can repurpose your content. This is your little screenshot reminder as well. Testimonials and reviews are one of the biggest things that I encourage you to repurpose. If you've got Google reviews, repurpose them onto Facebook and Instagram. If you've got reviews on Instagram, repurpose them on Facebook. So, and even screenshots of texts that you've got, messages that you've got, ask their permission first and say, can I use your name? Because again, that's better proof that you haven't just made it up. If you tag them, it gets shown on that person's Facebook, which gets shown to lots of other people as well. So you can cut up snippets from blogs and you can repurpose them on 5 to 10 different social media posts. You can look at your old content and see what works well and just rehash it, rejig it, see if it just needs a little bit of a tweak. You can always cut up longer videos into shorter ones. You can make an ebook into an audio, a video, a podcast, social media snippets, email series. You can actually do that the other way around as well. So if you do have lots and lots of content on your social media or you have an email series, you can make that into an ebook. So we can repurpose things in lots of different ways. And like I said, I've done a whole entire workshop on this for you. And hopefully you'll join me at some stage. Repurposing content is quite fun. I really enjoy putting the content together for you. You can make an infographic. You can put that on Pinterest. You can cut it up in social media. You can make it a video. You can make a reel. You can put it, when you make a reel, you can put it onto the Instagram feed, the reels, the stories, the TikTok, Pinterest, and Facebook stories. And then you can resize it and put it onto YouTube and Facebook feed. Why not? Why not use the same content and repurpose it and use it in different places? There are quite a few social media people that say, don't put your same content on the same places all the time. You just do need to tweak it a little bit. And I also suggest, this is a bit of a pro tip, I also suggest not to put it on the different platforms at the same time. So if you create that post, you can put it onto Facebook one day, perhaps put it onto Instagram a week later, perhaps put it onto Pinterest a week later, so that people are starting to see it over and over again, starting to clarify your business in their mind. Analyzing content. What worked? What didn't? What really resonated with your people? So in Facebook, we can have a look at insights, and you just go into your settings, and then Instagram, the settings is right on the front page. So have a look at those two, see what resonates. It's quite interesting actually going into these places and really seeing what resonates with our people, because it might not be what we think. Okay, so today we've gone through the 9 steps to social media success. And like I said, I can expand on just about every single one of them. This is just a bit of an overview for you. So now hopefully you can clarify, who are you? You can clarify who are your customers. You can clarify where are they. You can think about, have I set up properly where they are? Thinking about where to find more content and how to make it and how to schedule it, and then repurposing that content and analysing it and seeing if it really, really resonates with your people. So the digital marketing, the Digital Business Advisory Service is brought to you by this program, and it's such a great deal at the moment. This isn't going to last very long. It's a government grant that we've got. So if you haven't jumped into this already, I really encourage you to jump into this. We've got a whole team of people, of expert people that they've brought on board. I specialise in social media and digital marketing and e-commerce. But if you need other services, there's a whole team that can help you. You get 7 hours of personalised business mentorship for only $44. Now that's 3 hours of one-on-one, personally face-to-face with you, and 4 hours worth of webinars and workshops that we think will really help you grow your business. If you have an ABN in Queensland, WA and Northern Territory, you can jump on board with us. If you're running a business to make a profit, we also have facilities for non-for-profit. Just get in touch with us and we can speak to you about that. And if you have fewer than 20 full-time staff members. So it's businessstation.link/register. I'm going to stop sharing and jump in, see if there's any questions. Okie dokes. So I'm just taking a deep breath. Okay, 9:44. Excellent. We've got some time together. So, question for the end. Who was this question? Okay, I'm just looking at the side. Question for the end. Are you able to work with you personally? Absolutely. All you do is sign up for that program, and then it says preferred business advisor, and just pop my name in, Victoria Ewan. It is on there. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down and have a look at these products. So if you've got any questions, just pop them in here and we'll go through them. How finding my branding colors, belonging power, and enjoy belonging, power, enjoyment, mastery. Excellent. Good. So you've got lots and lots of brand colors in there. Hopefully that was really good. Is Pinterest good for personal development? I believe it's actually good for everything, but you do need to have a link to a website. Pinterest on every single pin asks you to put in a website. So if you don't have a website, then you can put in your link to your Facebook page or your Facebook group or your Instagram business page. But I think Pinterest is a really good place if you have a website to send people to. Yes, it is very good for personal development. If you pop into Pinterest, into the search bar and have a look and see, personal development, there's affirmations, there's yoga, there's, there's a lot. I'm glad you liked it, Pamela. That's really great feedback. Thank you so much for that. If anyone does have feedback, my boss, Agatha, loves hearing about it. So are the things on Canva copyrighted? No. Canva's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Like I said, I've got another website, another webinar on Canva, and it's absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you a silly story. When I got divorced from a Chinese family, and clearly I don't look Chinese, and my last name's still Chinese, and I was thinking, what on earth do I call myself? I love Canva that much. I was jokingly thinking of changing my last name to Canva. Okay, do you recommend to resize content? Absolutely, yeah. We need to make sure that the content is accessible and looks great on every different platform, but Facebook and Instagram feed is very, very easy to just have a normal square size, and Pinterest is quite long. It's the same as Facebook stories, and Instagram stories is quite long as well. So if you go into Canva, you can go, if you've got the paid version, which at the moment is $17 US 99 per month, but you can have 5 people on that one account. So you can split it in between if you want to just have a go of Canva Pro. So at the moment with Canva Pro, you can just when you're saying what you want to make, you can say, okay, I want to make a Facebook post, and it will give you a square one. I want to make an Instagram post, it will give you a square one. I want to make a Pinterest post, and it will give you the correct size. So you don't have to think about resizing it. If you've already created one, there's actually a little button at the side that you can use that says resize. And so you don't need to recreate the post over and over and over again. Let's have a look at some Q&A. How do you resize content? Yep, so there you go. I just answered that. Hopefully I answered that. Hopefully I answered that to your satisfaction. And I could possibly show you, actually. We've got a little bit of time of 9:40. Okay, let's pop out of here. If it will let me get out. Let me get out. Free me. Okay, so let's have a look at our yoga pose. Okay, so do you see that is just square? I created that previously in the, I just put Instagram post. You see over here it says resize. If we just click that, it will give us a custom size, so whichever custom size we want, but it will give us lots and lots and lots of different sizes that we can do. Okay, so that Instagram post isn't there obviously because we've already made it as an Instagram post, but so many different things. So let's scroll up. I'll show you how it changes it. If we want to copy and resize that as a TikTok video, we'd obviously need to put in some form of movement. This is just to resize it. Okay, So it resizes it, and then I would pop in a lovely background, or I'd pop in some emojis, or I'd pop in some animation in there. So it actually is a video, it isn't a still picture. So it suits it suits TikTok very, very well. Okay, so it's very, very easy to resize your content with the paid version of Canva. Okay. We've got from Jasmine, thanks Victoria, the Answer the Public and Google Trends excellent guides. Always like the Canva tips and ways to make your Facebook page mobile friendly. Thanks again. Awesome feedback. That's fantastic. Thanks, Jasmine. Okay, beautiful. So, my friends, if we don't have any other questions, very happy to stay here for a little while. If you do have some more questions, jump on board. Really, if you haven't jumped on board with the digital solutions program, it's really, really great value. 7 hours for $44, far out. And the other thing is, if you have jumped on board, I encourage you to let your friends know about it as well. So most of us have friends in small business, and there's so much information out there. There's so many things. Why not let your friends know about it? And they don't need to speak to me. If social media and websites and e-commerce is not what they need to know about, they might need to know about accounting, or they might need to know about cash flow, or they might need to, know about cybersecurity. There's so many different things that we can help out with. It is such a great program, and I'm honoured to be involved in it, because I just love helping small business and startups. Thanks, Kat. Really nice to not see you, but hear from you again. And if nobody has any more questions, we'll jump off. If you do need to message me, just message me, victoria@businessstation.com.au. And if you wanted to give some feedback to the boss of the program, just to let them know what you think about the program, it's Agata, AGATA, @businessstation.com.au. She'd love to hear from you. All right. Have a wonderful day. Now, I have one more question. Where is that? The other webinars, where can we find them? If you want to register for more webinars, you can go into businessstation.com.au/events, and you can have a look at lots of events that are there and register yourself there. If you want to register for the ones that I've been talking about, just pop in my name, so Victoria Yuen, Y-U-E-N, and all of the workshops that I'll be doing will be coming up, and it's my job today to put some more workshops in there as well. I'd like to hear from you actually what workshops you would like me to put together. So yeah, maybe click me an email or a message and let me know what workshops I could put together. There's no point in me creating workshops that nobody's interested in. I really want to help your business. All right. Wonderful to see you all today. Wonderful to have you here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and best of luck with your business. I really, really wish you well. See you later.